And yes, it's Super Bowl weekend, and we have a wonderful, wonderful recipe for you today. And of course, I'm going to introduce my little tight end that's going to help me today. My helper, Curtis. Come on out. Hi, tight end. That's right, folks. It's Super Bowl weekend, and we have a wonderful recipe for you today. Of course, everyone's going to be wanting making their dips with their chips, so we're going to make our spinach artichoke dip. Yay! Of course, I'm supporting the Patriots because, you know, red, white, and blue. And don't you like my big missile?
Blast off, baby.
I always had a big missile. There you go. That's a red, white, and blue for you. Big missiles around here. So anyhow, what we've got for you today is a super simple recipe. It's going to be called, it's a nice, great artichoke spinach dip. Really, really good.
Yes, it is.
Really, really, really good. So
very tasty.
So, as always, we're going to go deep into this recipe. That's right, and it's really super simple. So, before we start, of course, we's football players, and we're just drinking our beer. That's right, sitting in a stand, drinking beer, playing with our football. Playing with some balls anyway. So, nothing better than a cold beer with some dips and some chips. So, what we're going to start with, going to get our pan heated up. And let's go ahead and throw our butter in. We're going to have 3 tablespoons of butter.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and put that in there and let it start melting. And then you're going to have 8 ounces. Whoops. Look, well, I tell you what, that was a safety if I've ever seen one. Look,
good reflexes today.
Is that a grab and go or whatever they call it? Like, why do they grab each other's asses all the time in football?
It's like congratulating now.
I'm bad. I want to be on a football team. So anyhow, now,
good play.
That's right. Slap me on the ass. I like that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get our butter melted around, and then we're going to have 3 tablespoons of chopped garlic. This goes in with our butter, and we're going to get that kind of sauteed and start getting that heated up a little bit. So we also have get you a can of a 13-ounce can of artichoke hearts, and this is real easy to do. I usually like to use some scissors, and I told Curtis, "Can you chop it coarsely?" He goes, "Well, what?" I said, "Just get the scissors and chop it up." So we're going to take this, and this is a super easy way to do it. You put all your artichoke hearts into a bowl, and just take it and just kind of turn it and chop it up, because this is going to go into your dip. And we're going to go ahead and get this nice and chopped up, so we're just going to add it. And go ahead, once that gets nice and sauteed and we start to get that garlic kind of softened up and just a little bit of caramelized. It only takes a couple of minutes to get it going. And I've got that chopped up for you. So we're going to go ahead and put in our cream cheese. Go ahead and get that in there. And that's like an 8-ounce thing of cream cheese. That's so.
It's your standard block.
It'll go a long way. Go long. I'm trying to use all those little euphemisms. My euphemism.
Football jargon.
My football. And I got my running mascara on. Isn't that what it's called?
No, I think it's called football black.
Well, mine's running mascara and it's waterproof. So here's your can of artichoke hearts, and that's what we used to go in there. And of course, a good old Philadelphia cream cheese. Get your 1 package of that, and that'll go in. And then you want to get you 10 ounces of frozen spinach. Thaw it out, drain out the juice real good, and that way you can get it ready to go into your dip. It'll be one of the last things to go into your dip. So once he gets that kind of melted up, we're going to add our half and half, okay? And we have 3/4 of a cup of half and half that's going to go in here. I'm going to go ahead and add that in there so you can start getting that warmed up as well. And then we have a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic salt. And the salt and pepper, we'll go ahead and drop that in. The salt and pepper that you're going to put in here, I like to use the coarse ground pepper, and of course our Himalayan sea salt. Okay, pink sea salt. I got me some pink sea salt here. So we'll
Said that fast 3 times.
I can't say it at all. That's 3 times. I mean, really. So we're going to go into the huddle, and we're going to add our 1 cup of shredded parm. Make sure you get the nice shredded parm. We're going to put that in there and get that melted up nice for us. Once that's going, we're going to go ahead and add in our artichokes. Just, whoops. It took a little plop.
That was like splat.
I kind of plopped it in. It's like, so you're rooting for the Rams, huh?
I am. I'm a Rams fan.
He's ramming it today or tomorrow.
See, I got my horns on.
He's a horny ram.
I am. I'm a horny ram.
A little horny ram, aren't you?
I am.
Look, your missile's not as big as mine. And of course, I would be remiss at not to point out one of our sponsors. It's Blessed Creations by Vicky, and she is doing our wreaths that we have behind us, and these are custom, one-of-a-kind wreaths you get on Etsy.com.
Yes.
And this is for our Valentine's Day month, so we've got love is in the air. Is love in the air, dear?
Yes, it is.
Earlier, I want to kick his ram.
Well, we won't talk about that now, will we?
No, we won't. We'll go into the huddle later so you can snap your balls. I felt like doing snapping them. So anyhow.
You snap my balls or snap my neck.
Yeah, that was close to it. So while he's warming up and we're going to use the whisk on that. Go ahead and whisk her up.
Okay.
While you're waiting on that to get going, just whisk that real good. And I'm going to tell you about, of course, Uncle Marc's cookbook. This is, of course, on Facebook, and it's Uncle Marc, M-A-R-C-S, and you can also follow us on YouTube. So just type in Uncle Marc and go to YouTube. Please follow us on YouTube. We're trying to build up our followers. We have quite a following on Facebook, and now we're going to YouTube. So this book is also available on Barnes & Noble, and that's where you'll find this recipe. And this year, we're coming out with Uncle Marc's Cookbook, Volume 2. Volume 2. These recipes are easy to do. You don't have to go to culinary school. They're simple. So you can go back, reference their delicious recipes, you know, that you make for your family. They're quick and they're easy. So as you got that, as he's getting all that whisked up and warmed up for us. So you think you're going to win tomorrow, huh?
I like our chances, yes.
I like our chances. Well, I'm a Patriots fan. And you only know why?
Why?
They like red, white, and blue. Looks good on me. Look, nothing better than some good old red, white, and blue, you know?
Well,
With my red, white, and blue.
You look very smashing in your red
Do
part.
I look very smashing? Thank you very much.
I like the Rams because my birthday's in April, and I'm an Aries, so
I just thought it was what you like to have done. Ram.
Well, I do like to ram things. But
Yeah, he's wide open, that's for sure. But the ram is wide open, so you can always go and find the wide receiver over here. I'm not a wide receiver. I go deep in the pocket. I have no freaking clue about football.
time out.
Look, I'm going deep in the pocket. You should see my teenage boy. He's like, you don't know crap. You need to sit with the moms. I was like going, I do too. What are all those pads for? Don't they should be a little higher on the hips? So that looks like it's looking really good. And what you're going to do, once we finish getting all that nice and warmed up, you'll take it off the heat, and we're going to go ahead and add our drained chopped spinach. So let's go ahead and put that in and kind of stir it around. And then, of course, You'll add your black pepper, your coarse black pepper to taste, and your salt to taste. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of that in there. Do you like yours hot?
I do.
You like it hot, don't you?
I do.
He likes it real hot.
I do.
Well, hot and spicy.
Absolutely.
I bet you do. So, after 30 years, sometimes it's just mild and cold, but hot and spicy is always on the menu. All right, so let's just do a little pink Himalayan, give it a little salt in there. And we're using the hot plate up here, so you don't have to look at the wide receiver while he whisk his little batch. That looks really good. Okay, so let's go ahead and take that, and you can get you a nice, pretty pan. This will actually fill something a little larger than this, but we got this because it looks real nice. You can actually almost do 2 bowls that size. And once you go ahead and spoon your sauce dip into the mixture,
Okay.
into the bowl. There we go. Get it all nice and pretty. And you're going to set your oven at 400 degrees, and you're going to do it for about 12 minutes. And once you get it all nice and full, get you some Parmesan, the shredded Parm, and just take it and kind of sprinkle it over the top. Give it a nice little, not too much, just enough to give it a little Parm on top. Parm on top. Look, do you like it on top? I mean Parm?
Yes, I do.
I thought it was always on bottom. But anyhow, we'll take, oh dear. Anyhow, we'll take our black pepper and we'll sprinkle just a little bit on. And we'll take this and we're going to put it in our oven.
Our Susie homemaker
Our
oven.
Susie. Did everyone have, who had one of those little Susie?
My sisters had a Susie homemaker oven.
And you were right there with them baking, weren't you? You were right there. All right. Because of the magic of the internet, 12 minutes, we have went through a time warp, or a wormhole, somebody's hole. Anyway, let me grab this. Oh, this is hot and looks so good, and it's coming out of the oven. Oh, my goodness. We're going to do a close-up of that, so you get a good picture of that dip. And Curtis, for our audience, would you describe and I got this from Tracy, says, why don't you make sure you describe the taste, the flavor, and the texture that goes into your mouth? I was like, okay.
It's creamy with a little bit of tang and tart.
A little bit of tang and tart, nice and creamy.
Yes.
And you got that little spinach, that artichoke flavor that's coming out, and your spice. And one of the things that we like to use is our the scoops. You can use any chips you want, but this works real well with it.
Yes. It has a nice texture to go along with the creaminess of the dip.
A little creaminess. He's always about the creaminess. Yeah, I don't know what it is about it. So it's that time, people. We're going to stick our chip in our dip and see what it tastes like. Grab you one. Taste test. Here we go. Oh, I broke my chip off. Oh, let's see.
Mmm.
Mmm.
I'll have to have another one.
That flavor is like, you get that Parmesan flavor mixed with that artichoke and that spinach and that cream cheese. Mm.
Yes.
Mm.
Very
and of
good.
course, it's great washed down with a beer.
Yes.
So, for all you Rams and Patriot fans, we hope you have a fabulous Super Bowl. And as always, we end our show with a toast. Here are our toasts to all the Ram and Patriot fans out there at a wonderful Super Bowl and Super Bowl party.
Super Bowl 53.
Super Bowl 53. My goodness, it's younger than you. Oh, well, me too. Anyway.
As Maud used to say, God will get you for that, Walter.
Yeah, I know. Well, here's to it, and to it again, and to the hopes, we do it again. The birds do it.
The birds do it.
The bees do it.
The bees do it.
Even little fleas do it.
Even the little fleas.
And if you can't remember how to do it,
If you can't remember how to do
you
it,
call me and we'll do it to it.
yeah, baby.
Have a fabulous Super Bowl. Happy cooking till next week, people.
Go
Cheers.